Good morning students. Welcome to today's class. So last class we have discussed about Flash, how to do animation using Flash. So today we will do chapter 5, Introduction to Photoshop. So we will do chapter 5, Introduction to Photoshop. So what is Photoshop? What we can do in Photoshop? So take out your book, open page number 61. We'll start a new chapter, Introduction to Photoshop. There one activity is given. Write any things that you would like to do with an old photographs of your grandparents to improve its quality. First let me explain this first page, then you can do the activity by yourself, the activity given on page number 61. So let's start chapter 5, Introduction to Photoshop. So Adobe Photoshop, what is Adobe Photoshop? Adobe Photoshop is a image editing software. It is an image editing software developed by leading software company named Adobe Crop. So it is developed by a leading software company named Adobe Crop. It is the most popular software package for creating and modifying images for various purposes including designing web pages, advertisement, book production and so on. So it is a software package for creating and modifying images. You can create or modify image like your old photograph or any image. You can modify those images. You can make the black and white images to colored ones. So using Photoshop we can modify our images. For it is used for designing web pages, advertisement, book production and so on. So what you can do, you must have seen that Photoshop software is there in all the photo studio. They are using your pictures while taking your pictures in a studio. They used to modify that one, they used to recolor that one, they give extra brightness, extra effect to that photograph. So it is very good software. Adobe Photoshop is an image editing software developed by a software company named Adobe Crop. It is the most popular software package for creating and modifying images for various purposes including you can design a web page, any advertisement. You must have seen different types of advertisements, they all done with the help of this software Adobe Photoshop, book production and so on. At a personal level we can use it to modify our old photographs to give them a cleaner and brighter look. You must have seen your parents must be having old black and white photographs, so you can remodify them to give them cleaner and brighter look and can even color our old black and white family photographs. We can also give color to our old black and white family photographs. So the uses of Photoshop are tremendous and limited only to the limits of our creativity and imagination. So the uses of Photoshop are tremendous and it is limited only to the limits of our creativity and imagination. Things we can do, what we can do with the help of Photoshop. So Photoshop provides an compressed set of tools and highly user-friendly interface to allow us to do innumerable things with the image. You can do innumerable things with the images, different image. You can give different effect to the images. So modifying an image, first we can modify an image. First thing we can modify an image. Photoshop allows us to modify images that include such things as changing the color of the image, altering its size and scale. You can increase and decrease its size and scale. So it provides a set of tools and highly user-friendly interface. It allows us to do innumerable things with the images. Though it is not possible to list all the things Photoshop can do, some basic things it is capable of helping us to do are given below. First, already I have told you, modifying an image. Photoshop allows us to modify the image, such as you can change the color of the image, you can change its size, scale, you can putting one picture into another, blending, you can mix two pictures, blending two or more images, giving special effects to an image, and so on. Next is retouching the photographs. Suppose Photoshop allow us to retouch the images to give them a cleaner, smoother and brighter finish. You can retouch the images to give them a cleaner, smoother and brighter finish. Creating graphics. Photoshop allows us to create buttons, icons and other kinds of graphics for website, different kinds of documents and publication. It allows us to create buttons, different buttons, icons, other kinds of graphics for website and different kinds of documents and publication. Next, manipulating image quality. Photoshop allow us to manipulate the image quality. Manipulate means change the image quality by increasing or decreasing the amount of pixels in it. What are pixels? The lighted dots are known as pixels. So pixels make a complete image. So pixels are tiny rectangular dots on the screen of a monitor that light up to display an image. So pixels are tiny rectangular dots on the screen of a monitor that light up to display an image. So the number of pixels per inch of an image make up its resolution. So what is the resolution? You can underline the number of pixels per inch of an image make up its resolution. The more the pixels per inch an image, more the pixel, the higher its resolution and the better the quality. You must have seen nowadays LCD and LED TV. So which one is better? LED is better because the higher resolution, the more pixels per inch in an image in LED. So higher resolution and the better its quality. You must have seen while purchasing the TV, they must be telling that HD quality, higher resolution. In cameras also we are seeing the pixels. So pixels means the number of lighted colored dots that make up an image. They are known as pixels. Pixel are the tiny rectangular dots on the screen of a monitor that light up to display an image. So the number of pixels per inch of an image make up its resolution. The more the pixels per inch in an image, the higher its resolution and the better the quality. Now retouching the photograph. Retouching, how, see both the images here. First image, how the person looks. So after retouching, the effect is, it is totally a different person. So retouching Photoshop allows to retouch the images. See, this person looks older, but this person look young and dynamic. Retouch the images to give them cleaner, smoother and brighter finish. You can see the difference between these two images. So this is the use of retouching. Next is creating graphics. So Photoshop allows us to create buttons, icons and other kinds of graphics. See this type of graphics, you can design this type of graphic in Photoshop. It allows us to create buttons, icons and other kinds of graphics for website. Now manipulating the image. See, one image, Photoshop allows us to manipulate the image quality by increasing, decreasing the amount of pixel. See, this is the without Photoshop. After editing, the image looks like this. So after editing with the Photoshop, the image looks like this. In the previous picture also, after editing, you must have seen after editing, this is the previous picture. After editing with Photoshop, the image looks like this. So this is the advantages of what are the things we can do with the help of Photoshop. 4 things we can do. And changing the image format, we can change the image format also in Photoshop. So the purpose, Photoshop allows us to save our files in any of tens of the file formats available. Some of the important formats are given below. So you can store the Photoshop files in this file format. So these are the different file formats. BMP, the full form of BMP is bitmap. BMP is a standard file format for Windows. All images that come from a scanner or digital camera are bitmap files. The images whichever you are taking with the help of mobile phones or digital camera, they store in a file. The file name extension is .bmp and BMP stands for bitmap. A bitmap image quality is large in size. So bitmap image quality is large in size. Next one is TIFF, tagged image file format. The full form is tagged image file format. Children, write down the full forms in blank page, white page of your file. You have to write terms to learn and let's recall. Before starting any chapter, suppose I have started, you write chapter 5 terms to learn, let's recall, and all the full forms and shortcut keys in white page, and whatever diagrams are given you have to draw the diagram. So TIFF, the full form of TIFF is tagged image file format. TIFF format is used for storing very large and high quality images. Very large and high quality images are stored with TIFF format. These images are used for desktop publishing, 3D imaging and so on. Desktop, it is used in publishing field and 3D imaging and so on. Before uploading any web page, a TIFF image should be converted to GIF, graphic interchange format, because TIFF is very large and high quality image, so you cannot upload in a web page. You have to convert that TIFF image to GIF, graphic interchange, or JPEG, joint photographic expert group image, to reduce its size. So again I am telling, bitmap, BMP, bitmap, it is a standard file format for Windows. All the images, suppose you want to store images, BMP files should be there on your computer. Next, if it is used for very large and high quality images, these images are used for 3D imaging, desktop publishing. So suppose you want to upload this type of images, you have to convert the TIFF image into GIF and JPEG. Why? To reduce its size. Next, GIF, the full form is graphic interchange format. GIF is a kind of compressed bitmap file. It is a kind of compressed bitmap file. Compressed means it is compressed. Bitmap file, GIF files are small in size and store relatively high quality drawing. So GIF files are small in size and store relatively high quality drawings, black and white graphics, animation and transparency. So zip files are small in size, store relatively high quality drawings, black and white graphics, animation, transparency, but they are very suitable for storing color photographs. GIF images can readily be used for web designing. So these are used for web designing. Now JPEG, the full form is Joint Photographic Experts Group. JPEG, also known as JPJ, is another kind of compressed bitmap file format. So JPEG files are small in size. JPEG files are small in size and work well for storing photographs, especially colored one. You can use this file format for uploading photographs onto the webs. So especially colored one, you can use this file format for uploading photographs on the web. Now do you know is given in the box. Children, it is very important. You have to go through that point and underline in your book. It is given in page number 62. The resolution of images shown on screen is given in PPI, pixel per inch. The resolution of an image. For printing an image on paper, the resolution is given in dots per inch. Underline this one. For printing an image on paper, the resolution is given in dots per inch. Now starting Adobe Photoshop. If the Photoshop software is loaded on your computer, you can run it by the following steps given below. Suppose Photoshop software is loaded on your computer. First, if you want to, children, during this pandemic time, you are sitting at home, you should do some animation, some graphics designing or something in your home. So Photoshop is there, you can download the software and you can load this software if Photoshop software is loaded on your computer. If it is loaded on your computer, then only you can do practical. So before doing practical, you have to load Photoshop. You can run it by the following steps. Click on the search icon on the start screen. Search pane will open. Type Adobe Photoshop CS3 in the search box and press enter key. The Photoshop window will open up on your computer screen with components. So here this is the search bar you must have seen. Click on the search icon on the start screen. So in that search icon, search pane will appear here. In this search pane you will write Adobe Photoshop, then click on enter. Suppose it is there, then you have to load that one. Now what are the components of Adobe Photoshop screen? So children, you have to draw the diagram given in page number 63. What are the components? So components of the Photoshop application window. So first is floating palettes. So with the small screen stacked one over the other on the right side of the Photoshop window contains several floating palettes. These are the floating palettes. You can see this side, these are the floating palettes. Now this is the title bar, this is the menu bar, this is option bar, these are different toolbox. You must have seen in where paint, different types of toolbox like paint. These are the different types of toolbox available in Photoshop. So children, you have to draw this diagram in your notebook and you have to write terms to learn, and let's recall of your book. You will notice that Photoshop window actually consists of not one but two windows. There are Photoshop application window and the image window. Let us learn about the components. So next class we'll discuss about the components, but first familiarize with this first part. This is image window, this part is the image window, this part is the application window. So first bar is title bar, next is menu bar, next options are given, option bar, and these are the toolbox. Like in paint we have seen different types of toolbox, these are the toolbox. So next class we will discuss about different components of Photoshop application window, different components of image window. So children, if you want to do practice Photoshop, then you have to load this Photoshop on your computer, then you can do the practical of Photoshop. You can be master, because without practicing you cannot do. You can take any old photographs of your family photographs, you can download and you can do the modifying, retouching, everything with the help of Photoshop tools. So that's all for today. See you in next class. Thank you.